Hi guys, Ben here from 100M and today I thought I would review my Garmin 910XT. Now, with a lot of kit, it's very easy to do a review or gauge or cast judgment after a shorter period of time. However, I decided to delay my review of the 910XT just on the basis that because it is such a comprehensive watch or sports watch, and it offers so many different variants, I thought I'd give it a good crack at all three sports that it's designed for. It's designed predominantly for triathletes, although it can be used outside of that multi-sport field. So if you're a swimmer, it's a good watch for a swimmer. Cyclist, again, a good watch for a cyclist, and a runner likewise. Also has another function on it, which I've been using when I've been hitting the gym, just for the sole purpose of gauging my heart rate zone and just recording data. So I've given it a good 60-70 days of testing, at least 2 to 3 times a day, and I can honestly say it is a pretty awesome watch. Now, they have brought out a 920XT now, so this is a latter model. However, if you're looking for a sports or multi-sport watch, you can get some cracking deals on this because obviously there's still lots left over, or there's still stock available. Now, this one, as you can see, looks quite chunky, and the reason it is chunkier than standard is because I have the quick release strap on it. Normally, this top bit here would be attached to here, and you would lose about 5mm on the watch itself. Now, it is quick release, so I'm using this obviously for my triathlon training, my Ironman training, and it's very quick and easy. During transition, you can take it out. That can go in your transition bag. This can clip onto your bike, and then you're off and away. As a watch, as I said, I'm very, very happy with it. I've used it for the last 60 days in every discipline, plus the other field as well. With it, not only have I got the watch, I've got the heart rate monitor here, and I think it's just a standard Garmin heart rate monitor. It's got the detachable heart rate sensor itself, which clips in just using these little nuggets here. This obviously is handy to then get washed because if you're wearing it around here, after a period of time it does start to honk. It's actually very comfortable. As you can see here, it's got these little rubber bits here which stick to the skin. I guess they help in the feel of the heart rate, and it picks up on this and then transmitted to your watch. Picks up automatically, you don't need to do anything with it. It just says heart rate picked up. So to turn the watch on, you have a button top left hand corner. You've got 5 buttons around the outside. You've got the on button, you have the mode button which transitions between swim, bike, run and other. You have an up and down button which allows you to select those said fields, and then you have an enter button which is down here on the bottom right hand corner. You also have a lap and reset button here, so after you've completed an exercise, or if you want to lap it, you push and hold it down for 3 seconds to reset, or you just hit it once and it will record the lap on there. It's handy if you're doing intervals, especially when swimming or if you're running or riding more than one circuit. And then you've got the start and stop here. Again, self-explanatory, start and stop the exercise. So to turn it on, you push top right hand corner or top left hand corner, and you can see it's booting up. Now what it does at this stage is it tries to connect to a satellite. I'm not sure whether it's going to work right now because we're indoors. And if you can't pick up a satellite, it says, are you indoors? You then select yes or no. It also returns, as you can see here, the numbers have come up. It returns to the last screen that you had it in. So if I click and hold the mode button, it will bring up that I was last in swim. Now, just to go up, I'm going to move it up now to the top one, which is run. Hit the enter button, and it's now shifted into the run field. Again, if I want to change it, I hit the mode button down here, and I can move it to wherever I want. So I'm just going to put it in run, click the enter button. It's vibrated. Now it's got lots of different alerts that you can program in. There we go, it's just said heart rate monitor detected. So it's synced to the heart rate monitor just here. And what it's done here, as you can see, it says loading satellites, and it gives you a strength signal. Now, for the purpose of the video, I'm not going to allow this to continue, so I'm just going to hit the enter button, and it says, as I said, use indoors, yes, no. I use the up and down arrows. I'm just going to go down to yes, hit the enter button, and it removes that screen for you. So that's just the simple boot up process. You get used to it, it takes no more than 5 seconds. If you're jumping in the pool, you do it in the shower. So I'm now in the run settings, and let's say I was going for a run. All I'm going to do now is hit the start button, and you can see there it says timer started. Nice and simple, it's ticking away. Now you have 3 fields here on your home screen or on your home page, or your home screen, and you can flick and change these accordingly. Now this is set up to, for me, the time, the distance and the heart rate zone. I'm training heart rate zones at the moment, so it's handy for me to have that on my screen. But you can have any number of different fields. You can have beats per minute, and what you do, you can have 5 set up, so you can literally just skip in between those. A virtual runner here, or virtual assistant, and you can just flick through. You can change each of these fields. You can have it on auto scroll, so it will change the dynamics of that screen at any stage. I mean, it's a fantastic watch. Half of the functionalities in it I don't even use, not to say that you wouldn't. So that's really that. Start, stop, training, changing all of the dynamics or the data fields is in there. If you're going to get this watch, then you're going to obviously explore it a little bit more. Then you come to, let's just stop this, hit stop. I just hit the stop button. I want to change the, let's say I want to have a look at history. What I do, I'm in any of the screens here, anyone, doesn't really matter. I've hit the stop button. I hold the mode button down. Sorry, click it twice, and then we come to like this menu screen here. You can use the up and down buttons to literally go back up and down those. I want to click on history. I literally click the enter button, and it says activities total, goals, delete. If I wanted to go into activities, I simply click enter, and there you can see my last activity. You can go through previous ones, and you can see the date up here, gives you the date and the time, different activities, and I can just keep going and going. If I want to view more on this one, I literally hit the enter button, and it brings up more information, more data. So that's the activities function. To get back, you just click the mode button. It jumps back to the previous screen. Training. So if I'm going to go down, I want to set some of these alerts. I'm going to training, enter. It gives you the run alert. I'm in the run field at the moment. If I was in the swim, it would give me the swim alerts, and again cycle alerts or ride alerts. So run alerts, if I go into that field, I can do time alert. So if I want to run for an hour, it's then going to vibrate and give me a notification. I use the run alerts for a couple of things. One, calories at 1,000, as soon as I hit 1,000 calories. When I'm on the bike, I use it every 20 minutes as a reminder to give myself a gel. Every hour to make sure that I've hydrated enough within that hour. So I check my water bottle at that time to make sure I've done that. I use it heart rate zones. If I go above heart rate zone 4 when I'm running or cycling, then it reminds me to go or reduce down. I am training at heart rate zone 2 at the moment in the fat burning stage, so it's an area that I don't want to go anywhere near. And then on the swim, you can program it to give you notifications at certain distances. There's lots of different options on there, so you know, if you want to do it at calories, whatever. But for me on the swim, I go for 1,500 meters or every 500 meters as an alert. You can change it every single session if you wish, but in my head, I know that after every 500 meters, I can count out the remaining needed. It stops you having to think about how many laps you've done in the pool and actually focus on technique and the swim itself. So I'm in run at the moment. There's run walk alert. Again, if you're training for a marathon or triathlon and you're incorporating a walk or run walk strategy into your training plan, then that functions there. For my Ironman, I'm going to do a run walk on the day, but I don't need the alert to tell me to do that. Distance alert, calorie alert, HR alert. I mean, it just goes on. So go back. Also, you've got workouts there and courses. If you are doing a lap circuit or a regular route on a regular basis, you can record your data, hit the enter button on the courses, and it will compare those two for you as well. It's really handy if you're analysing the data outside of the watch, i.e. on the Garmin website or on your iOS device. You've got Virtual Racer. So if you have got a specific time that you want to run a marathon in or cover a certain distance, you can race against a virtual racer, and you just program in the distance time that you want to do that in. Auto Multisport, which is on here. On this tab, again, if you're doing a triathlon, you can, or duathlon or whatever, you can add in swim, bike, run, or swim, run, or bike, run, or whatever in any order, and it will automatically assess itself when you take that transition. You can do it manually by hitting the mode button, not stopping the timer, keeping the timer going, hitting the mode button and selecting the next sport, and it will go across over. This, you can, if you go in the auto sport, you can also add in your transition times in there as well. So when you hit the lap button, it will enter from swim into transition, or T1, hit it again, it go from T1 into bike, and then from bike into T2, and then T2 into run. So I mean, this is just a real basic overview of the watch. GPS, you can click on the GPS button here and it will search for satellites. Settings, in the settings you've got the system settings, and you can change the language, the vibration, the tone alerts, the display, the maps, all of the other bits and pieces. I've left them relatively standard. You can change the units, you can sync it to your, or change the ANT device. This is the USB clip that you plug into your computer to transfer the data. Fitness equipment, you can add that in. Data recording. I mean, literally, there's fields in here that I've never even gone into just because there's no need for me. You know, I use it as a try watch, and that is more than sufficient. You can change the data fields here. So if you weren't training in heart rate zones and that field wasn't particularly helpful for you and you wanted to see distance and pace, then you can change those data fields in the settings as well. So this is my real basic overview of the 910XT. It's comfortable, that's another thing. You know, we talk about functionality, but it's actually a comfortable watch despite being big. If I wasn't using it on the bike and there was no need for this, it would obviously reduce the size. There are a lot skinnier watches, even in its most basic form there, it is quite chunky. If we look at some of the other watches available, they are a lot smaller. But in here you've got a lot of technology, and I guess that is the reason why. It's quite a versatile watch. It has taken some battering. You can see here some of the paint is chipped off, or some of the plastic coating is chipped off. But overall, it's a really good watch. I've been using it for probably 100 days now, but 60 days twice a day during my training, and it's an invaluable piece of kit. I'm going to put a link in the description below so you can check it out, see what the prices are at the moment there. So that's it. 910XT, the Garmin 910XT. They have brought out the 920XT, which has a little bit more functionality, but if you're like me starting out and want a good quality watch at an affordable price, then this is the kiddie. That's it from me, Ben at 100nman. Please subscribe to my channel using the link in the description below, and why not check out some of my other videos. For now, peace out, be safe.